Before dawn, there was no human beginning. No horizon waited beneath a familiar sky. Then God's sovereign purpose opened creation's story. He was present before anything else existed. Darkness covered what human eyes could not measure. Nothing created could claim its own beginning. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Creation began through God's deliberate command. Light soon answered the darkness before him. Order emerged where emptiness had ruled. Beauty unfolded under the Creator's wisdom. Every later breath depended on that beginning. The universe carried his authorship from its first moment. Our lives rest inside his purposeful creation. Trust the Creator who began everything with purpose. Naomi had lost her husband and both sons. She urged Ruth to return home without her. Following meant arriving in Bethlehem poor and foreign. Ruth chose Naomi anyway. And Ruth said, "Entreat me not, to leave thee or to return, from following after thee, for whither thou goest I will go, and where thou lodgest I will lodge. Thy people shall be my people, and thy God my God." Ruth kept that promise in Bethlehem. Her loyal love carried grief toward hope. She gathered grain, and bows offered protection. What looked empty began to hold a future. God can grow hope through faithful love. A shepherd learned courage in lonely fields. David watched his flock beneath open skies. He guided them toward water and grass. He guarded the vulnerable from danger. Night brought shadows and hidden teeth. No shepherd could control every threat. Still, David trusted the shepherd above. "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." That trust changed how David faced fear. He was cared for while waiting. He was led without seeing everything. God's presence outweighed the darkest valley. Needs did not get the final word. Fear did not become David's master. The same shepherd still leads his people. Trust the shepherd when the path feels uncertain. When trouble rose, worshippers searched for shelter. Fear shook the ground beneath their confidence. Songs recalled God's faithfulness through each generation. His people gathered while danger pressed closer. Noise and uncertainty threatened their trembling hearts. No human fortress could promise lasting safety. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. The answer was presence, not distant rescue. God stood near before circumstances became calm. Their refuge was stronger than surrounding chaos. His strength met them inside their weakness. Worship replaced panic with remembered faithfulness. Hope returned because God remained immediately present. That same refuge still welcomes troubled hearts. Run to God, his strength is present now. A wise king warned of hidden danger. Understanding can feel completely certain. Solomon taught his son to remember God. Wisdom began with trust, not self-reliance. Every road offered choices beyond his sight. Confidence alone could still lead him wrongly. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. The answer was wholehearted trust in God. Acknowledge him through every ordinary step. He directs paths we cannot map alone. Faith listens before leaning on itself. God stays trustworthy when roads divide. Trust the Lord and follow his direction. The weary people believed God had forgotten them. Their strength was fading under long disappointment. Isaiah lifted their eyes beyond present weakness. The everlasting Creator never grows weary. Even strong young people stumble and fall. Human strength cannot carry every burden. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength, they shall mount. Up with wings as eagles they shall run, and not be weary, and they shall walk, and not faint. Waiting on God was active, patient hope. He promised strength beyond their own reserves. The weary could rise, run, and continue. God's faithfulness outlasted their exhaustion. Wait on the Lord, he renews weary hearts. They searched Daniel's life for one flaw. They found only his faithfulness to God. So jealous officials made prayer a crime. Daniel knew the decree and prayed as always. The trapped king could not undo the sentence. A stone sealed the den with Daniel inside. At dawn the king called into the den, "My God hath sent his angel, and hath shut the lions' mouths, that they have not hurt me. Forasmuch as before him innocency was found in me, and also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt." Daniel came out without a wound. Faith chooses God before knowing the outcome. The weary came carrying invisible burdens. Jesus saw what exhaustion hid inside. Workers knew the weight of wooden yokes. Families knew the strain of survival. Heavy hearts found no lasting rest. "Come unto me, all ye that labor, and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls, for my yoke is easy, and my burden is light." Jesus offered himself, not another demand. His gentleness made room for learning. His way carried rest into obedience. Bring every burden to Jesus and learn his rest. Jesus slept while a violent storm filled the boat. The disciples believed the next wave could kill them. They woke him in desperation. They wondered whether he even cared. Jesus rose inside the chaos. He faced the wind and the water. Then he spoke, and he arose and rebuked the wind and said unto the sea, "Peace, be still." And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. The storm ended instantly. Their fear became a deeper awe. Your storm may rage, but Jesus is still present. Jesus remains present before the calm comes. Paul knew the weight of a guilty conscience. He described the war raging within. People wanted good, yet stumbled repeatedly. Failure tightened like chains around the heart. Every accusation seemed to demand a sentence. Human effort could not break those shackles. There is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in Christ Jesus, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. Christ changed the verdict completely. The Spirit opened a different road. Grace answered guilt with freedom. Believers no longer walked as condemned prisoners. Their new direction came from God's Spirit. In Christ, condemnation ends and freedom begins. Fear followed families far from everything familiar. Anxiety traveled with every uncertain tomorrow. Peter wrote to believers scattered under pressure. He called them humble beneath God's mighty hand. Their worries felt too heavy to carry. Suffering whispered that nobody truly noticed. Casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. God did not dismiss their deepest burdens. He invited them to place each burden down. His care reached every displaced household. Humility released what fear tried controlling. Hope grew because they were never abandoned. The same God would steady them. His faithful care still holds anxious hearts. Give God your cares, he cares for you. Like and subscribe for more Bible stories.